I mean, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I said good evening. Oh my gosh. Actually, it might as well be evening when these dark cloud covers move in. It gets quite dark. So as you can probably see in the title of the video, I'm live, out camping at a place called Bluff Creek. I'm giving away where I am right now. So guys, if you're a fan of mine, or even if you're not a fan of mine, and you are watching this video and you're nearby, and you got a bit of time camping, I'm here just for tonight. I've already been here, got here yesterday, and just camping here for 2 nights. So come on over and say hello. That'd be awesome. If anyone here watching that's at camp right now, although there's hardly anyone here at the moment, so it's going to be a bit of a fluke. Hey, the dreaded chef, how you going? Grant, how you going? I'm all good. Anthony, how are you, Anthony? Yes, 3 weeks. Yes, 3 weeks. Just over 3 weeks away. Boy, how time flies, eh? And we'll be able to see you all at the campground. Woohoo! Hey, Rob, how you going? It's good to see you on, Rob. So it just looks like you made it home. No problems at all. So yeah, so I'm here on my own, doing a bit of solo camping at the moment here, testing out this gear. And I tell you what, where are you? I'm at a place called Bluff Creek Campground in Queensland. Cold winter day, absolutely beautiful. As you can see, I'm a little bit rugged up at the moment here on the Sunshine Coast hinterland, not far from a little village called Kenilworth. And great little village, like a bit of a tourist town as such. It's got a cheese factory, and it's got a world famous Kenilworth bakery, which I actually went and got one of the donuts. Let me go get the donut. I'm going to show you. It's just in the car. We are live here. It's unfortunate I can't edit this bit out. So, here we go. So, Kenilworth Bakery. You ever get a chance, get down here. Yes, it was great catching up with you, Rob. It's been a little while since we went camping. Kenilworth Bakery. All right. And inside here. Oh, look. Oh, check that out. Check that out. Huh? How's that for a donut? I'm saving this for later. Oh, man. Bugger later. Mmm. Oh, my God. Mmm. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, that's heaven. I feel like I've just gone to heaven. Wow, guys. I kid you not. Actually, you think that's big? They sell a 1 kilo donut. You can buy a 1 kilo donut. Oh, I didn't know donuts could taste so good. That was the first time. So much, I couldn't help myself. I shouldn't have opened it. It just looked too good. I had to eat it. I only took 2 bites. It's the first time, would you believe, of all the times I've come here to Bluff Creek, and boy, have I been missing out. What an idiot I am. Mind you, they're not cheap. That was $7. But it is a good sized donut. I must admit, it's a good sized donut. But still, $7. But wow. Oh, I didn't know donuts could taste so good. Hey, Luke, how you going? Yeah, Lukey. Oh, mate. Very rare for you. You missed my last 2 live videos. Lukey's one of my big fans. Hi, Ivan and Lisa, how you going? Yep. So, wow, I'm going to enjoy that later. So, unbelievable. I'm flabbergasted just how good. I cannot believe. I mean, I hear stories of big lineups there on weekends. The lineup is right out the street. I can understand why now. I went in there before, it's a Monday, and I was the only one that walked inside the shop, and there was another guy that walked in behind me about a couple of minutes later. So, wow. And let me tell you, every time I come here now, I'm going to get one of those chocolate donuts. So I can see what you all rave on about. That is just, I mean, donuts at home don't taste, someone just walking past. Donuts at home don't taste anything like that. So, all right, I've done quite a few videos. I've done 3 videos while I'm here, edited videos, so I'm going to edit when I go home. So I've actually got quite a few videos, 3 videos that I filmed here to edit. As long as I sell this live one, but this one is great. I don't have to edit this one. But I've also got quite a few videos at home saved on my PC that I need to edit and get up on my YouTube channel. So quite a few. So which is good. It's going to give me, this is great. I'll be able to, on a regular basis, release videos. I just need to pull my thumb out and get on that PC and start editing. So, which for me, I found a quick way to edit. So I'm down here, killing a couple of stones. Really, I've had to update my lithium battery. So I thought, while I got the chance to, and I'm down this way, I thought I might pick myself up a cheap lithium battery that I purchased locally here. Not too far away, sunny coast, to go in this camper. Now I would have loved to put a Powerpool battery, but I don't have the money right now. Okay, I'll get to spend a bit of money on that. Actually, I bought this cheap actually, but still it's a lot of money I paid. And also had to do quite a fair bit of maintenance as well. And I'm saving up for this big trip coming up soon as well. So, yeah. So, I didn't want to, and I'm pretty desperate. I can't hold off. It's got 2 lead crystal batteries in here. And when I draw anything up above 10-15 amps, the battery voltage goes right down. Want me to repeat that? Right down. 10 volts, even I've seen as low as 9.5 volts, which is not good. So I picked up something cheap for now, which is going to be awesome. It's a 200 amp hour lithium. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely awesome. So yeah, okay, right, let's talk about, some of you might be interested to know, as you know, recently I've installed a hot water system in my camper, and I've installed a diesel heater in my camper. Now, some of you are eager to know, are they a success? How well do they work? So I briefly went over them through some of the edited video, but I thought I'll get it out there really quick. Absolutely brilliant. I'm more than happy. A good comment came up yesterday, and I was asked, what size, how many litres can I heat up on that? And I said 10 litres. And yeah, I had the first impression when I first came across these type of heaters. 10 litres of water. That's not a lot. But the unique thing about these OSJ heaters, the Duetto 10 litre version I've got, is that it heats the water to 70 degrees Celsius. Now, if you set it up correctly, that 10 litres is going to last you, hot water, quite a long time. You could easily have 3 adults have a shower and probably not be too conservative with your water usage. It actually will last, but how? It's 10 litres. You've got to set it up right. So I'm going to have a video just talking about this on its own one day, maybe when I'm back home, and explain to it more in details and show you exactly how it works and show you the different components that I've used to put this together. So briefly, I've got a tempering valve on there, automatic one. It's got a huge adjuster on the top and it's got all these temperatures around it. So I can adjust the temperature by turning that. So it's kind of like an advanced mixing valve, like a tempering valve, but better because you can adjust it. You can adjust the temperature. So whatever temp I set that at, in the output, the water's going to always come out at that temperature. So basically, all right, it's about that big. It's got a huge knob on the top. Excuse me, knob, you know what I mean. Tempering valve, okay, you adjust the temperature. In my case, I adjust it to 38, 39 degrees Celsius. So it's got a hot water input, which is a hot water that comes out of the Duetto at 70 up to 70 degrees Celsius. And it's got a cold water input. And that cold water comes out of your freshwater tank in your trailer. But at the same time, as you're using the water, it also there's another line that pumps the water back into the hot water system. So it keeps it full as you're using it. I know it sounds advanced, but it's really quite simple, really. So what happens, it's mixing the cold with the hot water. And whatever temperature you set on that knob, that adjuster, turn valve at the top, where it's 38, 39 or 45, that's the water that's going to come out on your outlet. And it'll always come out at that temp, unless, in my example, I got it set at 38, 39. Then if the water in the hot water system is below 38, 39, it's only going to come out at the temp, you know, at that temp that if it's below 40, it's below 38, say the water drops down to 30, well, obviously that mixing valve is not going to make that water hot, so it'll just draw out more of that water. So when you first start using it and it's set at 70, more cold water out of your fresh tank is going to be consumed, and less hot water out of your hot water tank, because it needs to drop that temperature down 30 degrees. So your first shower or two, you don't actually use all that much of that hot water that's in that 10 litre heater, okay? And let me tell you, it is well insulated too. Once you get the temp up, once you get the water up to temp, it'll hold, even overnight, on these really cold nights we're getting here, it'll hold that temperature hot enough to have a nice hot shower in the morning. I don't have to turn it on. So, absolutely. Sorry, guys. Steve's chatting in the background. He just put some funny comment up, something about hammering. It pops up on the thing here when he puts a comment up. and it just came up, and I can't help laughing. I got to read it. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's talking about he doesn't have to hammer something. I don't know what he's talking about, Steve. Are you watching? Hi, Michael. How you going? So I hope you understand. Do you understand? I don't know if I can explain it any simpler, how that hot water system works. So in answer to your question, Rob, it actually does last quite a long time. It lasts quite a long time. So, yeah, and what happens, okay, so as it starts to use the hot water out of your hot water system, and that hot water system, it then, say, drops down to 60 degrees, all right? Then it's going to use more hot water than it does cold water. Starts at 50, all right? More hot water than cold water, okay? Because you don't need too much cold water to drop it down to 40. If it comes out at 40, then it's going to only use the water that's coming out of that system. So you actually get quite a long use, quite a long time out of it. Now, actually, let me tell you, yesterday when I left home, okay, I left home about 9:15. Took about 3 hours of driving to get here. So when I left home, I turned the hot water system on. And so it's charging the battery as I'm driving along, you know. So I arrived at camp and I check and it's at 70 degrees Celsius by the time I get here. So it's running on 12 volt. So I turned it off and that was at 1 o'clock. And remember, it's quite a cool day. So I went to have my shower about, 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I only lost, it was still nearly 70 degrees. I've only lost a few degrees Celsius over that 3-4 hour period as it's standing by. So when I got ready to have my shower, I just turned it back on and I had my shower and I still had plenty of hot water left to wash the dishes twice, wash my hands, brush teeth, the whole works. I got up in the warm morning and the water was still at 40 degrees Celsius. So I still had enough hot water there to have another shower if I wanted to. So, because I still had 10 litres of 40 degrees Celsius hot water in there. So, which, remember, I got the tempering valve set at 40. So it would have pumped through only the hot water coming out. It wouldn't have pumped any of the cold water coming out. So, absolutely awesome system. And that valve that I'm talking about, you can purchase it from a Perth to Pro, something like that, over in Perth. They sell it for $150, but you can find them on eBay for about $30, $35, and that's what I did. It's all about budget, guys. I spent enough money already. I gotta save some money so I can go out and use this stuff. So, yeah, huge success. Huge success. Now, the diesel heater. Wow. We were sitting around the fire last night and I was all rugged up with a beanie on and big Ugg boots, and it was still cold even sitting in front of the fire. Normally it'd be freezing cold inside the tent. In fact, when I went into tent to turn the diesel heater on about half hour before I went to bed, so I think I turned it on about 9 p.m. So I turned it on, and when I turned it on, checked the temperature, and it was 7 degrees Celsius inside here, okay? And that was at 9 p.m. So it got quite cold this morning. I don't know what temp it got down to, but it was cold. It was cold. I'd say, I reckon, probably would have easily got down to about 4 or 3. As soon as I went into bed, looking at being at the property on Monday the 12th, right here at Bluff Creek. Awesome. Monday the 12th. Hang on, is that next month? So, yep, because it's past the 12th, isn't it? I don't know, what's the date? Not too sure. So, quickly, as soon as I got in, I took my jackets off, I took my beanie off, took my Ugg boots off, just shorts and t-shirt, and I was toasty warm in there. Toasty warm the whole night. So thermostatically, it worked to perfection. Now, testing it at home, where it wasn't getting as cold as what it has been here, at home, I noticed that when I turned it on, like it was getting down to about 13 degrees inside there. So I turned it on, in about 10 minutes, it brought it up to the set temperature that I set it on, about 23 or so. So it got to about 23, 24, 25, within a couple of degrees. And then it slowed right down. Ooh. It just barely blew any air. You could just barely see it. And then I noticed when it got down 3 degrees below the set temperature, it started up again and it just went full bore. And then, so that was on the tests I done. I went inside, 13 degrees. It took about 10 minutes to increase it to 10 degrees Celsius. And then it held that temperature for, I'm actually surprised how insulated that is, because it's fairly thick canvas. So I'm surprised that it insulates quite well this forward folding camper trailer. And it seems to hold the temp. So it's holding the temp for half an hour, and then it'll start 10 minutes and hold the temp for half an hour. Well, I noticed last night it wasn't slowing right down like it did at home, because it was so much colder. You could tell the diesel heater had to work a little bit harder, but not hard at all. So did I make the right choice going for 5 kilowatt? Or should I have gone for 2 kilowatt like a lot of people said? It's more than big enough, mate. 5 kilowatt, 100%, no doubt. Go for 5 kilowatt. If you got a camper, anything with tent, with canvas on it, you want to go 5 kilowatts, 100% for sure. Because you're not working the unit as hard. Sure, 2 kilowatt probably do it, but you're going to be running it flat out, which is going to make it more noisy, and it's going to wear the bearings out quicker, etc. So there's some advantages and there's some disadvantages as well. As you might be aware, if you do run them flat out, you're going to have less chance of any soot and that to build up. But there's measures you can take to reduce the soot, even if you only run them at a low speed. Now, so if you've got a really good insulated caravan, a new one, and it's not humongous, guys, the 2 kilowatts all you're going to need, 2 kilowatts, because you're going to find if a 5 kilowatt, even if you turn it down low, you're going to have to turn the thing off, because you're going to just be toasty inside there. But then because your van is so well insulated, okay, 5 kilowatts going to warm it up really quick, and then once it gets to a set temperature, you can turn it off, and then it'll maintain that temperature inside your van for quite some time, as long as you got all the windows and that shut. And then you might find that you'll only have to turn it on once when you first get up in the morning. So, and then it's going to warm up in no time. So, yeah, I think the 5 kilowatts are the way to go for sure. Now that I've experienced a bit with this one, it works perfectly with this. So how it worked last night is it took instead of taking 10 minutes to get from 7 degrees up to about 23, 25, it took about 15, 20 minutes or so, I think. I don't know. I didn't time it. I think it might have been 20, 25 minutes. Within 10 minutes, it was well and truly warm enough in there where you didn't need a jacket or anything. In fact, I had to turn it down. It was too warm, so I had to turn it down. So, 5 So, what was I talking about again? Oh, yeah, I turned it down. So how it ran is went up the temp. So instead of slowing right down till it's Harley, it just ran at a steady speed, and I noticed it pretty much maintained within couple of degrees, 2 or 3 degrees. Actually, most of from what I've seen, probably within a degree or two at the most. It maintained that temperature throughout the night. Now, obviously, I was sleeping most of the night, so from what I could tell, I did wake up earlier this morning. I've been monitoring it, and it just sat on this constant temperature. And occasionally, it ramped up, but didn't ramp up at full speed for long. It just ran at a low speed, moderate speed, consistently through the night. And for that reason, because it's, I mean, I've only got it connected to a 7-litre diesel tank at the moment. When I go home, I'm going to modify one of my, actually I've already got it modified. I wasn't sure whether I'll use it for this trip. I didn't bother about it because it only arrived pretty much a day before I left to go on this trip. So I've got a 20-litre jerry can that I can use as a fuel tank for my diesel heater. So I was thinking last night, it's running, I had it running from about 9 p.m. and I didn't crawl out here till about 8 a.m. And when I crawled out of here, I actually left it on. So it was been on for about 12 to 13 hours overnight. I went and had a look how much diesel I used. And out of that 7-litre tank, I reckon it used probably about quarter a tank. So, if that. So, 7 litres, 3.5. So, litre and a half, 2 litres. That surprised me because I'm sitting there thinking, at one stage I woke up briefly about 2 a.m. thinking, and I heard the diesel heater, and I stayed up for a while, and I heard the diesel heater was on all the time. I only had a low, moderate speed, and occasionally it ramped right up, not for long, and then just a bit of a boost. And then it's most of the time the moderate speed, and I'm thinking, geez, I wonder if I'm going to run out of diesel, or run out of diesel by the time I wake up. So I thought, well, that's all right, if it runs out of diesel, so be it. I'll just put more diesel in and just prime it, and away you go. But I don't need to worry about that at all, guys. I don't need to worry about it. So I'm surprised how economical it is. I think if you run it at 100% flat out, then it can go through quite a fair bit of diesel. And that's the beauty with the 5 kilowatts. You don't have to run it so long, so hard. The major disadvantage with that is that if you don't run it at max, you've got the chance of building up silt, okay, and black silt, all right, and so where then you need to clean it. But there are ways to overcome it, all right, particularly if you run it overnight and it's not running at full speed. What you do before you shut it down, run it for at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, even better, at full power. And that'll blow out any of the soot and carbon that should build up inside it. And then you should never have that problem. But if you do, apparently they're quite simple to pull apart and clean them out and put them back together again. So, it's been a huge hit. So I'm really happy about it. It's going to be another cold night tonight. In fact, I can feel it's very fresh. I've got a merino shirt here. And I've got a Mac pack. Okay, this is a decent Mac pack with down. I think it's got down feathers inside. I've got no idea. All right. It was on sale from about $270 down to $115 a couple of weeks ago. I purchased this in Brisbane. So I like it. I like the colour. I think it's beautiful. Yeah. So, absolutely brilliant. There you go. So I love this, love this. All right, you want to have a look at a bit of my campsite before we leave? We're on for 30 minutes so far. And if you got any questions, ask away. Do you want me to show you anything here? I'll get up and I'll grab the camera. I'll try to hold this as steady as possible. So this is Bluff Creek. All right. So virtually there's no one here. If you ever get a chance to come here through the week, this is a place to come. There's the creek just there where those trees are. And up that direction, there's a river up there. There's one caravan there. There's another camper in behind those trees there. And some guy with an awesome looking, just as I went live to air, some guy with an awesome looking ancient teardrop. Geez, it was nice. Teardrop camper. Beautiful, beautiful. I was quite impressed. So, got my solar panel out here. This is the Safari. What is this? Is this 250 watt? Yeah, 250 watt high voltage solar panel. Mate, I had that. I've owned that for years. 60 volts. Okay. Pumping in plenty of amps. So, there's my setup. How's that for a picture? Doesn't that look awesome? So, Pajero going well. So I took the fridge out of the camper trailer. So I got more storage in place of the fridge. Because, to be honest, I've got a 110 litre fridge in the back. Look at that. 110 litre Dometic fridge in the back there. I've owned that for quite some time. And you can see, there we go. So I'm actually drawing a bit of power here. If you can look at, oh sorry, the reflection there. But have a look at that. I am charging the battery in the camper trailer. And I'm also heating up the water with the hot water system. So you can see the inverter's on, drawing 335 watts. So that heater hasn't been on for long. What's the temperature at? It's just reached 57 degrees Celsius. So the hot water is on 57 degrees Celsius. So when that reaches 70, that'll cut off. And as it drops down, it'll just maintain that temperature. So I'll just leave that be. That's just going to stay like that to maintain that temp. I could turn that off now. I've got plenty of hot water there to last me for tonight. So, bit messy in the back there. See the kitchen here? Awesome, awesome, this kitchen. It's like there's a 3-burner gas stove here and hot water coming that straight out that sink. I could run the hot water now and that'll come out, that 57 degrees Celsius water will come out of that. So it's got a mixer on there. And I've got the touring awning on this time. I didn't bring the big main annex. So I just wanted a quick, easy setup. Very quick. So just enough just to cover this area here. So absolutely beautiful. I've got another solar panel at the front that actually came with the camper trailer. This was included when I bought it. So it's a King's folding solar panel. It doesn't put much power in. It's only small, but I've got it connected to the King's PWM solar regulator that's down there on the ground there. So you can see my diesel fuel tank there. All right. Actually, probably, I said quarter, probably more like a third. I might have used a third of a tank. I'm going to fill that up shortly with, you'll see my Bowsers there, battery operated Bowser. But two of these jerry cans are full. So I'm going to fill that up because I'm going to start the diesel heater a lot earlier tonight. Although I reckon there's plenty of diesel there to last. So, but you've seen, I did, guys, before I left, I got these quick couplers. I was struggling a bit with these bloody turnbuckles, bending down with my sore back and reaching over with the touching nose. So I purchased them, and boy, what a game changer. Make life so much easier. Let's have a look. That tempering valve that I told you about before. There it is right there. So on the left, I hope you can hear me, on the left there's a hot water input, on the right is a cold water input. On the one on the bottom is the output that goes to that right there, and it goes to that hose output. And I've got a single rose, shower rose right here, as you can see. And I've got my shower right here. So shortly before it gets too cold, the weather here, I'll go have myself a nice hot shower. So there you go. I don't know what more else I could show you. It's my kitchen sink. And show you quickly inside before we go off air. Before I leave, sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera as steady as I can. Yes, that is a TV. I was watching some YouTube before. So it's a smart TV and I can watch YouTube. Now, I don't know if you can see how dark it is inside. This is quite thick canvas. So it gives you an idea. There's outside. Look how dark it is inside. So when it's all closed up, awesome quality. Beautiful. My second tank, 80 litre. It's the first main tank, it's 120 litre. So as I use that, this is gravity fed. There's another valve there. I turn the valve via gravity. This fills up the 120 litre tank. So that's my setup. As you can see, my vehicle got a lot of weight taken off it. I don't have the rooftop tent anymore. I don't have an awning off the side anymore because quite frankly, if it's raining, all I've got to do is back this up a little bit more so it's under here a bit, and this is sheltered. And if I need to access anything here, I'll just close this door. So I don't really, in fact, I'm even thinking about removing these awesome drawers that I built because I've got so much storage in here. I hardly use anything there. And it'd be nice to open all this up. This will stay in here. with my Victron gear. So yeah, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect setup. For me, it works really good. There we go. See if there's any messages. Oh wow, there's a lot of comments here. Let me go. In case you're wondering, where I am, I'm at a place called Bluff Creek, Sunshine Coast hinterland in Queensland. Can get quite cold here. Quite cold. In fact, let me tell you a story. I used to do a lot of bushwalking. Long distance bushwalking. Jump on a plane and go on to destinations. For example, say around Canberra in wintertime, around the Blue Mountains, etc. And used to do about 20 Ks per day. A real good track. One of the tracks, for example, is one called the 6 Foot Track that goes from the Jenolan Caves back to Katoomba. And big walk, guys. Huge walk, but absolutely beautiful countryside. And you walk alongside the Cox River as well. And there's one place you can actually get to camp right on the banks of the Cox River. And it's got this suspension bridge that you walk over as well that is really wobbly. That's another story. I tried to film myself as I was walking across it, but guys, I kid you not, I had to hold 2 hands on that railing and the thing was going like this. And I was very high over the river. It's really high. I believe what I've heard, it's actually been shut down. They've deemed it not safe anymore. And to be honest, it wasn't safe. I didn't think the thing ever was safe. The way it shook the smithereens. Just the way it was, it just kept shaking. Even if you stop halfway across, the whole thing just shook that much. And it wasn't me shaking, because I wasn't all that scared of heights. So yeah, it was bizarre. And you could not take one hand off and hold a camera and try to film while you're walking across it, eh? No matter how hard. I've tried and tried. And the more I let go of my right hand to try to film myself a GoPro, the more this bridge was shaking. What an experience. So I was down there in the middle of winter. Maximum was 5 degrees Celsius during the day, okay? And I was wearing a very light jacket. Because I was walking a long distance, you still sweat, so I had wool, okay? So I wear wool, so even if it gets wet, it still keeps your wool, keep cool. Because cotton is a silent killer. If you're in very cold climates, you don't really want to wear cotton, because once it gets wet, it's cold and it takes a very long time to dry. It will not dry, and that type of climate will not dry. So, and I'm sleeping in a hammock. Like at night, got well below zero, and I'm in a hammock. But it's not a traditional hammock like you see. This is designed for these type of climates from America. It's got a down quilt that you hang underneath, and because it's underneath and snugs up, you're not laying on top of it and you don't compress it. You lay on that, within 5-10 minutes, it feels like you're laying on an electric blanket. I kid you not. Even in extreme weather like that, it feels like. And they weigh next to nothing because it's got quality goose down. Okay, quality goose down. So very compact, very small. I'd go bushwalking, you wouldn't even see the pack behind me. All right, so it's that small, the pack. Oh shit, I thought I saw a snake. Fuck. Almost jumped down my skin. Let me go get a drink. All this talking's making me thirsty, and I'll be back and continue on with the story. Actually, okay. I went to grab a can of Coke and I thought, nah, I'm going to grab water. Then I thought, no, this drink I just came across recently. Yummy! Yum, yum, yummy. Guys, this Bundy juice, tropical fruit drink, this is the best fruit drink without making your own that I have ever tried. Mate, it's got real fruit. Look, look, look. Can you see the passion fruit? This is yum, yum, yum. My sister bought this a week ago and I tried it and I thought, wow. This is so nice. It's tropical fruit drink. And from my region, Bundaberg. I didn't even know it existed. I got no idea as I'm pouring that, I'm seeing all the pieces of passion fruit falling in there. I got no idea there was this company called Bundy Juice that's making these awesome juice drinks. Tell you what, they could improve the bottles. That lid is very dodgy. Let me keep it out of the... Let me enjoy this. Oh, gee, that's nice. Particularly when it's cold. I love that. That's really nice, that. It tastes like fruit. Who's a copper? Landy said someone's a copper. Good on you guys, all you coppers out there. Good on you. You may not be aware, but I got 2 policemen in the family. They're actually detectives. So I've got family members that are detectives. So we support the police 100%. Because I've got family that are detectives. I don't talk too much about it. They really don't want people to know when they're not on duty. So, yeah. So 100% support all you police out there. Some of the stuff you got to go through, I know, because I see it with the family. Some of the big cases that's been happening in Australia, members of my family of other detectives and those. That's all I'm going to say about it. So, what we were talking about before I got thirsty and I had to go get a drink. Oh yes, I remember. So, in a hammock, toasty warm, even walking during the day, maximum 5 degrees Celsius. But because I was doing activity, quite a strenuous activity, I used to walk at a very fast pace. And I always did these walks solo. There was only 2 persons that ever joined me on the walk. Let me tell a story. My family member, who's a detective, I told him, make sure you got a raincoat. We went down to do the coastal walk at the Royal National Park. It's about 2 days. Huge walk. You ought to be super fit to accomplish that. Lots of up and downs and up and downs and up and downs. More up than anything. So, but wow, what a beautiful countryside you folks have got near Sydney at the Royal National Park. He forgot to bring a jacket, of course. So when I rocked up to his place, we had no time to go uptown and buy the jacket. We looked around. The only jacket he's got is his police raincoat. So here we are going bushwalking and he's wearing his police raincoat. Not what you're supposed to do, but it was freaking cold and we didn't have time. So I said, mate, you got to do it. You got to wear a raincoat. At one stage, it's a 3-day walk. I remember that. It's a 3-day walk, if I remember right. Or was it a 2-day? I can't remember. You could do it 2 days or 3 days. I can't remember how many days we did. I think we did it in 2 days. We're over 20 k's each day. It was just constant up and down and up and down and up and down. Huge dunes. But wow, what beautiful countryside. The coastal there was absolutely beautiful. So, it was funny. So he's walking along, we're walking along and he's wearing this police jacket. And one of these choppers, I think it was a rescue helicopter, flew past and he whoop, did a U-turn and flew down low and just watching us. They probably got no idea what's going on. Why is there a policeman walking along with a backpack along this track here? So we had no radio communication or anything. So after I hovered overhead watching for a while, they took off. We never heard anything since. But it's a little bit wet and rainy, so you had to wear it. But I tell you what, geez, they give them some awesome jackets, though. It was an awesome jacket. So going back to the story, after I did that trip, I went back home and then soon after I came here. I think it was about a week later. That's right. It was less than a week after I did that walk because I had my vehicle. I drove my vehicle to my sister's place at the Gold Coast and then she drove me to the airport and then I flew down to Sydney and then did that walk. We did a few walks, a couple of walks then, including one that's around Canberra. And then I came back and I had my camping gear, all the stuff. If I remember right, on my vehicle at the time, I think it was a Pajero, yeah. It was a Pajero, yeah. Yeah, I had this one. And so I met up with Rob from Australian Camping and 4 Drive and we decided on the way home, let's go camp at Bluff Creek. So we met up at Bluff Creek and I think it was a July, was it Rob, or was it a July? And it got really cold one night and it was too cold. We couldn't even for me, right up standing next to the fire, I couldn't stay out any longer than about 8 p.m. So we went into bed and I was in the Oz tent and it was freezing. I got this big goose down jacket and this huge freaking goose down a sleeping bag, humongous, and one of those mega mats. Was a 10 centimeter mega mat. That's the expert ones on top of a stretcher. So really, really warm there. But my face was freezing, and the worst thing, you couldn't cover yourself to go under with the down sleeping bag, because the moisture of your breath will make it all wet and makes it worse. So it was that cold that I didn't get out the tent till 8 o'clock. And when I got out, and it was right here at this spot, and when I got out, I had that huge 270 degree awning off this. Not the one that I got now at home that I had recently. It was the one that Drifter used to sell. And it's not the Drifter Stockton, they didn't exist then. It's the one that they build here in Australia. I can't remember. Super Peg. It was one of them. I walked out and I looked at the top and it looked real shiny, and I'm thinking, huh? And I touched it. Feels weird. And then I walked out and I realised the whole grass was just covered in ice, and you walked on it cracked. And I peeked around and there's icicles hanging off the Pajero, like this long. Couldn't believe it. The whole Pajero was frozen. There was just a layer of ice over the whole thing, including the windscreen, the whole works. Icicles hanging off it down below. My awning was frozen on both sides. It had a layer of ice on the top, layer of ice on the bottom. You could not, we had to wait for it to thaw out. You could not pack it up. If you tried to, it just cracked. We were scared it was going to damage anything. So we had to hang around and wait quite some time for it to thaw out. And it took a long time. But wow, how cold. It was colder here than it was in Canberra. I felt colder here. And it's interesting that, because quite often all the bushwalks that I've done, whenever I come bushwalking the sunny coast area in the middle of winter and you get these really cold days, it tends to feel colder than it does at Katoomba in winter. Because over there, it's dry. Like I wake up in the morning and my shelter is dry. The grass is dry most of the time. See, they don't have the humidity that we get up here. But when you combine that humidity with the cold, you'd be amazed how cold it can get up here in this area here. So, yeah, it was colder here in Queensland than I felt in Canberra at -7. Unbelievable. Mind you, -7 was pushing it. Yeah, I was at my limits there, guys. Even with the good gear, I was at my limits there. I don't think I could go any colder than -7 with the gear I had. So, yep. So, yeah. So that was interesting. Amazing. She's had some good time doing those bushwalking. And I used to do it solo. It was only 2 people who ever came with me. I much preferred to go solo then. Just got to Campville. Where'd you go camping, Luke? Where you camping, Luke? Plenty of brown snakes in the Mary Valley. Thanks for telling me that. I haven't seen a snake yet. How's your fridge going, Phil? Are you happy with it? Yeah, Chris, I'm very happy with the Dometic. It's an awesome fridge. I cannot complain about it at all. I've owned it for a while now. Stays on all the time. I never turn it off, guys. Stays on all the time. Since I bought it, it's always turned on. Even at home, stays on. Yep, get rid of the drawers, Phil. So restickive. I don't know what that means. Is that a mistype, Craig? You agree? Get rid of those drawers on the back? Yeah, I don't think I need them. I'm worried though. I'm worried. I've got a big concern. Because I got such big heavy duty suspension in the Pajero, particularly in the back. When I had the awning, that big what do you call it? Not a 30-second awning. What is it? That awning that I got from South Africa. I can't remember what it's called now. It's at home in the garage. It weighed 27 kilos. And then a 75 kilo rooftop tent on the top. The ride was really nice, comfy, like lounge chair ride. But since I removed that weight, it's got a lot rougher than the Pajero because it's got such heavy duty springs and suspension in it. But it's not too bad, it's okay. Perfect for the camper trailer. Since I put the camper trailer on, it's a beautiful drive. Beautiful. Absolutely spot on. Mate, the back end hardly drops down at all. It drops down a little bit, but I notice when I'm driving along the highway and I'm seeing people towing these Ford fold camper trailers. I notice a lot of them, the camper trailers like this as it's going along. They're really low at the front. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, no, I didn't want that. Mine is pretty level. It's pretty level. So, hello Tim, how you going? Already been on for 62 minutes, is it? Yep. I'll be leaving shortly. 3:35, I'm going to have me shower with that awesome hot water. So I notice the majority of them are like this. Mine is pretty level. Mine's pretty level. Because I got the suspension. But with no weight in the back. Now, I'm worried it's going to be even shitload rougher when I take out some more weight out the back. I mean, there's not a lot of weight in the back there now. I built that drawer system out of some fairly lightweight timber as much as possible. But there is a fair bit of weight in the those stainless, I don't think they're stainless steel, in those drawer runners. I was surprised how heavy they are. So there is a fair bit of weight in there. So it's going to be awesome to get that out, but it's going to make it a lot rougher too. But it's okay. I mean, I've been in vehicles that are a lot rougher than that. But I do enjoy the nice smooth ride of the Pajero, and I have lost that. Unless I got this on the hooked up to it, I got that nice smooth ride again, as I had before. Now, you could always, remove those springs and whack in some lighter duty springs, but then you have to go and buy old man emus and, oh man, $1,500. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I'm not going to do it. And plus, it's perfect, absolutely perfect, those springs that's set up for towing this. So I'm just going to leave it at that. It's how it's going to stay. But I reckon this week I'm going to remove those drawers. I don't think I need them. So yeah. Yeah, what other comments is there that I might have missed out? Heaps of them suspension bridges in New Zealand. Craig. Yep, get rid of Drawsville, so restrictive. Now I get it. I know, read it again. Now I know what you were saying. Out there saying, Mark is gone, he's left. Phil watching, out there touring. Yes, how you going out there touring? Brass Monket weather out the Mary Valley. Craig says, hi Phil and everyone, good looking setup. Thanks. Someone talking about knives. A lot of the folks here are talking amongst yourselves. How awesome is that? Cool. Well, my old man loves the diesel heater. The best thing he added, he reckons. Oh, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Ivan and Lisa, our heater should arrive tomorrow. Awesome. Oh, that's good. Give me a holler to confirm your travel dates. That breeze has dropped down. Preparation for Cape York trip continues. Oh yes, that'll take quite a deal of preparation to be set up for Cape York. G'day, Anthony. Hello, Luke. Where you camping, Luke? Oh, you probably don't want to give away where you are. I can understand that. No, that's fine. Don't have to say where you are. Let me catch up with the comments now, what the latest is. Hey, Steve's on. How you going, Steve? It was great catching up with you again. Looking forward to seeing you at the camping event. Yep. Been fiddling around with the caravan. I've set my diesel heater up outside at home. It's only 12 degrees here. Far out. That's crazy. 12 degrees. Wow. It's going to be cold tonight. Gordonvale Campground. Oh, there you go. Oh, yes, I've heard of Gordonvale. Yep, I know where that is. It'll be a challenge if I can stay upright. What have you been drinking, Steve? Drinking some tropical juice, Bundy fruit juice. Oh, beautiful. I forgot I had some in the fridge. So, whew, what a beautiful day. That hot water system will be well and truly at 70 degrees by now. Heats up pretty quick, even on 12 volt. But say, for example, if I do run out of hot water, I'll just hook it up to the inverter, run off 240 volt. In about 10 minutes, it'll bring that water from cold up to 40 degrees Celsius, which is hot enough to have a shower, and you've got 10 litres at that temperature, which should be more than enough. So In fact, I was surprised how much water I went through. I've got the pump in here. I think I need to get a pump for my shower that uses less than 11 litres, pumping 11 litres per minute. Because I tried to save as much water as possible last night and turned on, just bang, all wet. Soaped up, wash, then rinse myself, and boy, I was surprised how much water I went through. Because it's pumping through 11 litres per minute, so a lot of wastage. So, whew, I wouldn't mind setting up 2 pumps in this unit. Have one, the high flow one, go to this, and have like a 6 litre per minute one at the max, 6 litres, for my hot water system, so I don't use up as much water. Unless there's a shower hose that I can use that conserves water. So let me know. Okay, let me know for use in the watching this video in the future. Let me know if you know of a shower hose that limits the water consumption down to, say, instead of pumping through that 11 litres per minute, if I can drop it down to, I reckon 4 litres per minute would be ideal. If I could drop it down to that, I reckon that'll be more than enough. That'll really conserve the water. Let me know if there is, or give me some tips. I don't know. Give me some tips on that. Is it better for me just to add another pump in there that's, say, 4.5, 5 litres, whatever per minute pumping? Or should I just stick? It'd be awesome if I can just stick to with what I want. Or is there something there that limits the pressure of the water? Is there can you? I'm not a plumber, guys, as such, really. Is there something I can use mine for, keeping in mind that I'm using John Guest pipes and fittings? Is there something that reduces the pressure? Let me know. Put a comment in now if you're watching, if you've got any idea. That would certainly be a lot easier for me to do, because then the intake, the intake that goes into the hot water system, if I can put like a limiting valve there that reduces the pressure by at least half. Maybe change the shower hose so not as much water. Yeah, that's what I thought about, but I don't know. I know there's these energy efficient shower hoses you can buy, but keeping in mind I need a shower hose that's got the on-off switch as well, so I can turn it on and off. But mind you, whatever I do, I need a new shower hose. I'm using the Julka one, and the Julka ones, I just don't like them. Okay, at least not the one that I've got. Maybe the newer ones are a lot better, but I'm not happy with the quality of the Julka shower hose. So I'm actually looking for a decent shower hose. So that's probably going to be my best option, to try to find a shower hose that'll limit the water flow down to about 4 litres, from 11 litres per minute, to reduce it down to about 4 litres per minute. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you know of anything. All right? Put a comment down in the video. This subject probably warrants a video on its own. So what I'm going to do through the week is I'm going to film and edit a short video and talk about this, talk about the shower hoses, water pressure, how much water you can actually waste when you're using a bigger pump. Even though as much as you try, I'm going to example, as soon as I go off air, I'm going to go in and have a shower. And I'm going to try to conserve the water as much as I possibly can. and see how much water I go through. I can tell you what, it'll be a lot more than what I normally go through. The old method system, I used to have a shower and just get away with using maximum 5 litres of water. Because that's one of those lithium powered things that only pumps out about 2.5 litres per minute. Full, wet yourself, bang, 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 poof, again. So, you know, and that was all I need. And hang on, let me see. I use a garden muley head with it on mist. What's a garden muley head? Is that what it's called? I don't know if I got a pen anywhere to write down. If you know, if you can put it in the comments of the video instead on the chat. For some reason, when I do upload the live videos, the live chat doesn't upload with it. Well, I don't upload as this video goes to a multi. What's that? Multi. Do you know? Let me know. Send me a message or put a comment in the actual comments instead, not in the live chat. Put it in the comments of this video. Okay, this will probably just render for a short time. I don't know if it becomes available straight away. I'm not going to delete this video. I'm going to leave it up. But let me know, guys. Here we go. Let me know, because I need something to reduce the power, and I really don't want to have to change the pump, because I want a strong water flow here. And in fact, let me show you something. I recently, it's on the other side, I've got a new pump I was going to upgrade to, and I think I still am. I got this a while back out at Road Tech Marine on sale. Okay. So it's a Seaflow RV Supreme MK2. I was going to set this in, but I believe the flow rate of this is the same as what's in there now. I think it's about 11 litres. So, yeah. Probably the ideal one would have been the smaller one. I still got the docket. It was on sale. It was quite a big sale. Quite a big pump too. What is it? How many? 11.3 litres per minute. Open flow. 3 gallons per minute. Draws 3 amps. Maximum amp draws 6 amps. Pressure setting 55 psi. I got this one because I thought the flow out of the tap was a bit low in the kitchen sink. I don't want to sit there and wait forever in the kitchen sink. I put this over here and I'll put it away soon. So I want to replace the one I got in there with that. But I need to limit it for my shower rows, because no matter how hard I try, I'm using more water than what I should. Even though I've got 200 litres in this, I still want to conserve the water. So when I go to more remote places, so I don't like wasting the water like that. So let me see, any comments? I use a garden multi-head set on mist. Oh, I get you, I understand. Geez, that's probably not a bad idea, Craig. Wow, you're onto something there. So you just went to Bunnings and bought one of those. Wow, on mist. Wow, okay. Yeah. Huh. Oh, I suppose I'll be doing a trip to Bunnings in the next couple of days. And yeah, that's a wonderful idea. But Aldi, okay. But I don't want a shower rose where I have to squeeze the handle and go like this, because I've got a hook on the top there, and I like to just turn it on, bang, psh, rinse very quickly, and then switch it off. But I don't know. Maybe places when I really, really do need to conserve water, I could have the one that gives a fine mist spray and just use the shower rose and go over like that. And then other times when I don't need to conserve the water as much, although I've got to still replace this one I've got here. The Aldi one has an off-on switch. Aldi. Who put that one in? Who put that in? Craig. So your one you got's from... Are they... Yeah, but is it currently there? Is it currently on sale at Aldi? If you got a link, can you put a comment, not on the live chat, put a comment on this video when it's up on air on the Aldi one for me, because I'll definitely go and check that out. So if it's got an on-off, that'll be perfect. I think that's exactly what I need. I don't have to put two pumps in. So, yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Thanks for that. It gets 5 showers out of 20 litres. Wow. Anthony, hang on. Anthony, A Journey in Nature. Hey, Phil, catch up with me in Bundy. I have a solution for you. Okay. Journey in Nature, can you send me a message, please? And let's contact. I need some help. I need help to sort out this issue. Because eventually I'm going to replace it with this awesome pump here, which is probably going to increase the pressure up even more. And then, yes, I definitely need to have a solution to drop that right down so I don't go through so much water. So, contact me if you can. Otherwise, put a message. The best way for me to contact you. And yeah, give me some advice on that. That'll be awesome. And something I'll get onto straight away this week. And within the next 2 days, try to sort that out. I use the 5-star camping, Phil. I've got the Tommy camper. Ah, that's right. I know who you are now. I'm in Bundy. I don't know if I got your phone number. I don't have your phone number. Do you have my phone number? Do you have my email address? Can we contact? Can you find a way to contact Journey in Nature? Right. Let me do a screenshot of that. Bring the comments back up. Oi. There we go. Took a screenshot, so I got your name there. Okay, I'll search up. I'll try to contact you. If you got a solution, that'll be awesome. I'll contact you as quick as I can. No guarantees it'll be tonight. Well, it might be today. We'll see what happens. Certainly within the next day or two, I'll contact you as quick as I can. And we'll talk about what solutions I can come up with. I need to sort out. God, I was really surprised last night how much water I went through when I had a shower. And I thought I was quick, but mate, when I turned it on, poof, feels like a waterfall. The pressure was higher than what I get at home. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's brilliant. But yeah, not when you... My name's Baz. Okay, let me get a screenshot of that. I've got bad memories. There. So I got a screenshot. I remember you, Baz. We met up at Kirby's Wall. You rocked up when I was filming there one day and you got that awesome Tommy camper. Yeah. It'd be awesome to catch up. So, that'll be sweet. Thanks for that. Otherwise, Aldi. I'm definitely going to do a search of Aldi. See if I can find the shower rose with the mister with the on-off button on it. It's just perfect. That'll be a good solution. That'll be a quick, easy, temporary solution. So trouble with this Aldi, things come and go, and sometimes you got to wait a year or two before they have that product out again. So, brilliant. Gosh, I tell you, this is a nice warm jacket. What's the... 4 o'clock, guys. 4 o'clock. So, I'm gonna knock off now. It's 4 o'clock. I had a meal at the Kenilworth pub today, a big counter meal. I'm still full from that. And I got some dessert at the Kenilworth Cheese Factory. And I've got this donut here. I'll probably eat that donut and some Cheerios, and that's going to be enough for me tonight. I won't need to eat too much because I had a big lunch. Spoilt myself. So, that's cool. So, I'm going to go and have this shower and try to see how much water I can conserve this time. And then I'm going to eat that donut. And then I'm going to I'm not going to sit outside the fire tonight. I'm just going to go inside. I got myself my little smart portable LED TV inside. And I'm going to Wi-Fi it off my phone and watch YouTube. Catch up on some YouTube. No worries, Luke. You too, you have fun camping as well. And Luke, if you get a chance to drop by Bundy on the way up through for a catch-up. If not, it's fine. I'll be able to catch up with you in a few weeks. So, yeah. So I'm going to start on that now. Geez, today's gone real quick, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to going back home tomorrow, but bends the brakes. That's the way it is. In fact, on Friday, I'm going to a caravan camping full drive show, which is on in Maryborough. So if you see me Friday at Maryborough, you recognise me. I don't bite. Try not to. I'm a friendly guy. Come over and say hello. So I'll probably be there most of the day, wandering around. Don't know, see how it goes. I got to try to get there first thing in the morning as soon as they open up. I already bought the tickets. I bought the tickets online. They were about 20% savings online. In fact, going to meet up with a buddy that lives in Maryborough there on Friday. So there's going to be a couple of us. And hopefully maybe Terry. But don't know if he can make it, unfortunately. I know if he could, he would, but I don't know if he could make it. I haven't seen Terry on here. So, I don't know what he might be having a bit of a nap. Don't know. So, yeah. Okay. This is going to be a short video. It's ended up going for an hour and a half. Wow, how awesome. All right, as normal, as I say on YouTube land, be kind to everyone and look after yourself. Go out there, enjoy yourself camping. I got a new sticker on the side of the car from Temu. And what's it say? Something about you got one life and live it. Live it. You know, live it. You only get one life, so live it. So, with that in mind, guys, till next time, eh? Cheers. Bye. Thanks for joining in.